Good morning everyone. Welcome back to the discussion session on IBPS mock test 2, that is for the IBPS prelims 2018. In the first session we have discussed the concept the questions from the mathematics section of the examination, and in this session we will be looking at the reasoning section of the examination. Clear? The purpose of these sessions that we are conducting for you is to make you understand the question paper, the strategy that you should use, make you understand the kind of question mix that is there in the examination. Also helps you evaluate your performance in the mock test that you are taking here, okay, through HashLearn. So it's very important for you to evaluate and analyze your performance, and this is why we are conducting these extra discussion sessions for you for the mock test. Okay, so as we have done in the previous sessions also, first thing that we will do is to understand the paper's overall structure. How was the paper distributed, the question distributed, and what was the difficulty level of the questions, right? Not much change in the reasoning section too, although mathematics remains more constant as compared to reasoning. Reasoning session is more unpredictable as compared to math session. Now why do we say that? Because sometimes you will see that there are 5 questions on syllogism that a person got in one particular session of the examination, while students taking the other session did not have any questions from syllogism or inequality. So we know that there are some question types which keep coming on off, but some types which are constant. So what is constant? Puzzles are constant. 10 questions on seating arrangement, that can be like a constant part of your examination. 5 questions of tabulation matching can be a constant part of the examination. These are the 15 questions that we can be certain about that they will definitely come. Also keeping in mind the trend of the examination right from 2015 onwards, a 5 set question from coding decoding based on sentence coding is also, you can say, more or less a fixed part of the examination. So now we have 20 questions that we can say will be definitely there in the examination. 10 questions from seating arrangement, 5 questions from puzzles tabulation, 5 questions from quadratic equations, 5 questions from your questions based on coding and decoding. Okay, right. So it's 20. Now the other questions can be either input output, 5 questions can be there. There could be a blood relation set of 3 to 4 questions. There can be questions on data sufficiency also in the examination, right? Inequality could be there around 5 questions. Inequality or syllogism, one of the two normally comes in the examination. That is one thing that you can keep in mind. So here also we have something very similar. Seating arrangement, we have 2 sets, 10 questions, and the difficulty level of seating arrangement, as always, we have kept at a high level, that you can understand and be more than ready for the examination. The puzzle tabulation, this time we have 1 set of 6 questions, again high difficulty level. Now we will be discussing the in today's session, now we will be discussing the puzzle tabulation question type. You will see why it is a high difficulty question. Okay. Now followed by coding and decoding, 7 questions are there, 5 questions in a set that are based on sentence coding and 2 questions separately, and all the 7 questions are of high difficulty level. Now we will be discussing 2 questions which are separately given here for you to understand why they were very unique questions. For the first time we had seen something like that in any examination. The 5 questions which we gave from coding decoding in mock 2 were very similar to the 5 questions in mock 1, but there were some crucial changes, so you must go and see what was different and what you have done while solving those questions. Okay. Now inequality normally is a moderate question type. So this was the only set in the mock test 2 from the reasoning section that was simple, and that was the 5 questions from inequality. 5 questions from input output, that there, this was a unique addition in mock 2 which was not there in mock 1, and this is the latest type of input output question, and based on how new it is and how less familiar students are there about these type of questions, plus also how can there be different ways of solving it, you know, that makes it a high difficulty question for you. Followed by direction sense, 1 question was there, but that also was of high difficulty level. The total 35 questions, how many moderate? You can say 5 questions were moderate, only 5 questions. The inequality questions that were there, that we can say were moderate difficulty level, and then high difficulty 30 questions were there in the paper. So what should be your ideal strategy? Always you can go quickly, skip, go to inequality, search for syllogism, complete them first. Finish off the 5 questions in 2 minutes to 3 minutes itself. So you have 5 marks in your kitty. You know that, okay, I've got 5 marks now. Then you see how much, which all questions you are most comfortable with. So maybe you can try with the coding, decoding 5 question set. That could be your next attempt set. So solve them around 3-4 minutes, get 5 marks there, so you have 10 marks ready with you. Another 7-8 marks and you are comfortable with the cutoff. Clear? Then you choose, okay, what will I do now? Will I solve the question on input output, or should I go ahead with the seating arrangement? Because seating arrangement, the moment you touch a seating arrangement question in the prelims or mains examination, that means you have already allocated 6 minutes to it, 5 to 6 minutes on an average. So an ideal score in this paper would be 15 plus. The 15 plus around 17 marks means very good score in the mock 2. So this is IBPS mock 2 reasoning, make that correction here, so mock 2 reasoning, okay. Now let's see here, the first set of questions I want to discuss with you, directions for questions 31 to 35. This is what I was talking about, is a unique set of questions. A string of numbers is given as input. The further steps given are obtained by applying certain logic. Numbers in step 2 have been obtained. Numbers of step 2 have been obtained by using at least 1 digit each of number in step 1. Each step is a resultant of previous step only. Each step is a resultant of previous step only. So if you look at the input here, 1 3 2 1 3 4 1 2 3 3 and 2 2. How do we get the numbers from step 1? What is the number that we have in step 1? Okay. So how do we calculate that? How did we get this 3 here, and how did we get this 4 here? That is our main concern first of all. Clear? So if you look at the numbers, you can see these lines are drawn. One line comes from here, another line comes from here. Each number in step 2, step 1 you can say, not step 2, step 1, okay. So 1 into 2 is 2 and 2 plus 1 is 3. So 1 into 2, 2 plus 1 gives you 3. That is how we get 3 here, and this 3 multiplied with this 1, 3 into 1 is 3 and plus 1 gives you 4. That is how we get the numbers 3 and 4. Now if you look at this 7 and 4 also, the same logic is there. 2 into 3, so first number multiplied with the second number. Look at the lines drawn, you will understand which 2 boxes we are talking about. 2 into 3, 6 plus 1 is 7, okay. And if you look at this second number here, 1 into 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So 2 into 3, 6 plus 1 is 7, and 1 into 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. Logic is same, multiply the first number in the block with the last number of the other block and add 1. Same thing we will do here also. 3 into 2, 6 plus 1 is 7, and 4 into 2, 8 plus 1 is 9. That is how you got the numbers in step 1. Now step 2, if you go now, how did we get this number 12 or the number 13? What is the logic used? Now this is what makes students a little difficult. Step 1 is easy. Step 2 is where people normally find it difficult to work out. Now you see 12, look at the first number here, 3, and look at the first number here, 7. What is 3 plus 7? 10. and 10 by 2 is how much? 5. This 5 when added to this 7 gives you 12. So how did we get 12? First number of the first block, first number of the second block, average of that plus the first number of the third block. Okay, 3 plus 7, 10, 10 by 2 is 5, and 5 plus the first number of the third block is 7, so that gives you 12. Same thing you do here, 4 and 4, 8, average will be 4, and 4 plus 9 is 13. So what are we doing? 4 plus 4 by 2 plus 9 equals 13. That's how we get these numbers 1 and 3. Clear? So that's one thing that you must understand. Numbers 1 and 3. How did we get 12? How did we get 13? Now how do we get this 7? In step 3, the first number 7 can be obtained by adding all the numbers here, 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 3, 7. That's how we got 7. Add all the digits in step 2, 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3, that is 7. Now the question is, how did we get this 3? So take the difference of these two numbers, 1 and 2 difference is 1, 1 and 3 difference is 2, add that. So the difference of the numbers 1 and 2 plus the difference of the numbers 3 and 1. That is what makes this question very, very high. So the unique way of getting each digit, the logic is there. I am telling you the answers here, but you have to figure this out entirely on your own in the examination under the time bound pressure of the exam. So 2 minus 1 plus 3 minus 1 is 3. That's how we get this 3. Now from 7 and 3, how did we get 5 here? 7 and 3, how do we get this 5? That's again the average of 7 and 3. 7 plus 3, 10, and 10 by 2 is 5. So we are getting the last number by taking the average of the digits in step 3. Average of the digits in step 3 give us the last number, that is the number in step 4. So starting from input, how did we get step 1, and how did we get step 2, step 3, step 4, this you have to figure out so that you can solve the question. Now you can see the question here, based on the rules followed above, answer the questions on the given input below. So the input is given here and you have to find out what will be the answer, what will be step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 of this input based on the example given to you. So once we know this, we can do it now. So input is 3, 4, 2, 1, 1, 5, 1, 2, 6, 4, 1, 4. So what we are going to do first now, this 3 into this 2 plus 1, 7. This 4 into this 1 plus 1, 5. Similarly, this 2 into this 4, 8 plus 1, 9. This 1 into this 6, 6 plus 1, 7. 1 into 4, 4 plus 1, 5. 5 into 1, 5 plus 1, 6. Now how did we get 13? How did we get 12? Remember that. Take the first number, second number, take average and add the number 5. 16 by 2, 8, 8 plus 5, 13. Similarly here, to get 12, take the first number here 5 and 7, take average and add the third number 6. So 12 by 2, 6, 6 plus 6, 12. So we get 13 and 12. How to get 7? Add up all the digits in step 2. 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2, that is 7. Now how do we get 3? Take the difference of 3 and 1 plus take the difference of 2 and 1. That's how we get 3. How did we get 5? Take average of 7 and 3. 7 by 3 plus 3 by 2. That's how we get 5. So all the numbers, you can see how we have obtained each of these numbers. This is a very important question. It came for the first time in 2017. the question is still under exploration. People are exploring this question, the different ways in which we can increase or decrease the difficulty level of this question, and those who have not seen it before cannot mostly solve this question when they see it for the first time in the examination. Okay, so we have discussed this question because it's a very new type of question, very important. We have discussed these questions earlier in our input output classes, so maybe you can watch those videos once more to get more familiar and understand these types of questions in depth, to have better understanding. Okay, now let's now the next question here is the question based on coding and decoding. In a certain code language, master is coded as OCUVGT and teacher is coded as VHDFKHU. Then how will medicine be coded in that language? Now, why did I say that this is a high difficulty question? It's definitely a high difficulty question, because again, never before it has come in any examination. You cannot see a reference to this question in any book printed by any publisher anywhere. What is so unique about this question? It's a letter shifting question. Letter shifting questions are plenty, right? But this is a new type of letter shifting question, completely new, and the first time you will understand that something like this can also be there in a coding question. What we are doing is we are counting the number of vowels. In each word, how many vowels are there? So if the word is master, and in this word if there are 2 vowels, then we are going to shift master every letter forward by 2. So master has 2 vowels, so each letter is shifted by 2 places. So M N O, so we get, that is how we get O. A B C S T U T U V E F G and R S T. The same thing we do with teacher, the code will not be same. So but teacher has how many vowels? 1, 2, 3. So teacher has 3 vowels. So each letter is shifted by 3 places. In the word teacher, each letter is shifted by 3 places. That's how we get the code for teacher, WHD FKHU. And now what is the code for medicine? You see, medicine has how many vowels? 1, 2, 3, 4. So code for medicine can be obtained by counting the number of vowels there. There are 4 vowels in the word medicine, so each letter of the word medicine must be shifted forward by 4 places, and that's how we get the code QIHMGMRI. If we shift medicine forward by 2 or 3 places, you will get the wrong answer, and that will leave you with the negative score, plus you will be spending time also. So again, it's very new, very different from any question that you have seen before, which is why this is a high difficulty question in the exam. Next, look at the other coding and decoding question. The other set 5 questions of coding and decoding came in a set. Symbols, letters, everything were there, and 2 questions of coding and decoding separate. So we are discussing those 2, and so this is also a very unique way of coding words. Why it is unique? Why it is high difficulty? First time you are seeing something of this type, very different from the previous questions you have seen in the examination. So when you see a completely new question in the exam, what happens is, you get stuck, you get stumped by the newness of the question, because you have no familiarity with how to approach this question. You take a lot of time in understanding the logic, and time is something that we don't have in the examination. 20 minutes you have. Puzzles alone we have 15 to 20 questions. Each puzzle set takes 5-6 minutes in the exam scenario under exam pressure. You have a stiff target of crossing 18 to 20 marks to be on the safer side of the cutoff. Otherwise, you can never be very confident that you are going to clear the cutoff. The SBI prelims exam that happened in 2018, the cutoff went up to 56 marks. In 60 minutes examination, to get 56 marks, you have to attempt around 75 to 80 questions in 60 minutes. Per section, that means in per section you are attempting around 25 to 26 questions, 25, 26 questions. 20 minutes, 26, 27 questions with a decent accuracy is not a joke. This is why you should practice very hard, prepare a good strategy, then only you will be able to crack papers like these. What is happening here? The logic of this question, student, if you take the word student, the first two letters and last two letters are interchanged. First two letters go in the last two places and last two letters N and T come in the first two places. Remaining became U, D, E, N. All letters except vowels are shifted forward by 3 positions. Again vowels are kept separate. So N, O, P, Q, O, P, Q, N plus 3, O, P, Q, T, U, V, W. But U is not shifted because U is a vowel. D becomes E, F, G. E remains same because E is a vowel. S becomes T, U, V and T becomes U, V, W. So what is the code? Q, W, U, G, E, V, W. Same thing. That's why we are given 2 examples here, because when something is so unique and something is so subjective, we need 2 examples. That is why 2 examples were given to you, not 1 example. So one is student. Student is coded as Q, W, U, G, E, V, W, and teacher is coded as E, U, A, F, K, W, E. Then how will the word subject be coded in that language? Same thing we will do with the word subject also. Subject. In subject, CT will come in the first 2 places and SU will go in the last 2 places. B, J, E will remain in the same position. All letters will be shifted forward by 3 except the vowels. So C will become D, E, F. You can see 2 answer options are starting with F. That will give you some hint, okay. C, D, E, F, T, U, V, W, B, C, D, E. So that this is not the answer. So either the answer is D or the answer is none of these. J, K, L, M, E remains unchanged, T, U, V, U remains unchanged. So answer becomes D. It's again very different from the questions which you have seen before. This is why we are exposing you to challenges in the examination that can test your preparation, right, and take you out of the comfort zone which sometimes students get into after they have solved a lot of questions and they believe that now I am almost ready and there is nothing there to worry about. No, you have to keep worrying, you have to keep preparing, right, and make sure that you don't fall into a comfort zone before the examination. This is also one reason why mock tests are so important, particularly high difficulty questions in mock tests are very important to challenge you. Okay, now next we will see the question that is based on tabulation. It's a big question, lot of information. Just going through this much data can take around 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Going through, scanning the data, make sure that all the clues are read, you don't miss out on any clue, you don't misinterpret any clue. That will take time. Just look at this, this is like a reading comprehension, right, and you are in an examination where you don't have time. This is what we say that automatically makes the question difficult. Plus if the question is also challenging, difficult based on cases and scenarios, then just imagine how difficult this question can actually be for you in the exam scenario. So what is happening here, as a part of the week-long World Environment Day event in 2018, you should know that World Environment Day was celebrated in India this year. 7 seminars were held in 7 different places of our country, the places being Delhi, Goa, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai and Bangalore, on 7 days of the same week, starting from Monday and ending on Sundays. Very important to note here that 7 days of the week starting from Monday and ending on Sunday. Okay. The seminars were plastic waste, water pollution, so all of these are important topics of environment. Plastic waste, water pollution, soil contamination, forest cover, electronic waste, solid waste and ocean pollution. So we have ocean pollution, solid waste, all of these things are very hot topics right now, and none of the information given is necessarily in the same order. That means that it's not that Monday will be plastic waste and Tuesday will be water pollution, it's not in that order. we have to find the order, and to solve this question what we need is to make a table. We make a table as you can see here below. 3 rows are there, days, conference and city, and 3 rows and 7 columns, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We are just writing, putting the clues on top here for you to refer to. Let's see here, the seminar held in Delhi was on Wednesday. This is what is called a direct clue, but it was neither on plastic waste, neither on plastic waste nor on electronic waste. So what can we do with this clue? We can say that on Wednesday this seminar will be Delhi, DEL, Delhi, and it was not on plastic waste, so cross on top, it was not on plastic waste and not on electronic waste. So keep writing down things which cannot come in a particular block. That will help you solve the question and get the answer at the end. So our first clue is done, there is no more to worry about from the first clue. There was 1 day gap between the seminar held in Delhi, 1 day gap between the seminar held in Delhi and seminar on ocean pollution. So ocean pollution and Delhi, 1 day gap is there. That 1 day can be Thursday or it can be Tuesday. That means ocean pollution can be on Friday or ocean pollution can be on Monday. Clear? So what can we do about this then? And just write down on top that these are the two possible, these are the only two places where ocean pollution can come, and one of these two places must be occupied by ocean pollution. Both of these blocks we cannot use other words there, other thing, so other seminars in the other two blocks. Okay. So till now we have done, we have now completed the second clue also. There are only 3 days between, it's a very important clue this one, 3 days between water pollution and Bangalore. Now we don't know where is Bangalore. But there are 3 days between water pollution and Bangalore, and water pollution was held before Bangalore. So Bangalore will be on a day after the day on which water pollution is organized. Also we know that on Monday was not water pollution, Monday was not water pollution, nor was it held in Goa. So we can say that Bangalore can be on 3 days. Why 3 days? Because if you want a gap of 3 days between what? Between water pollution and Bangalore, if you put Bangalore here, then 1, 2, 3 water pollution can come on Monday. If you put Bangalore here, then 1, 2, 3 there will be no way of putting water pollution. So that is why there are only 3 options for Bangalore, 1, 2 and 3 here. But we know that water pollution cannot be on Monday. How do we know that? It says here the seminar on Monday was not on water pollution, nor was it held in Goa. That means if Monday cannot be water pollution, that means this cannot be Bangalore. Okay, so we have removed Bangalore for him. Now there are only 2 options for Bangalore, 1, 2. What we also know is that Monday is not Goa. So Monday is not Goa. That is given to you that Monday is not Goa. Bangalore we have seen. Bangalore only 2 options are there. Now we move on to the clues here. So we are done with these 1, 2 and 3 clues. This much information we have, as you can see on the screen right now. The seminar held in Ahmedabad was held immediately before the seminar on electronic waste. Correct? So we can say Thursday will not be electronic waste because Thursday, Wednesday is Ahmedabad. So Ahmedabad was immediately before the seminar on electronic waste, and seminar held in Chennai was on forest cover. That means this will not be forest cover. So you can just keep adding these things. This will not be forest cover. Now the seminar on soil contamination was held before seminar on plastic waste, and it was held in Goa. See, seminar on soil contamination was held before seminar, so some days before seminar on plastic waste, and soil contamination was held in which place? Goa. And Monday is not Goa, so additionally I can write here Monday will not be soil contamination. That's one thing that's guaranteed for you. Also we know that the seminar on plastic waste was held immediately before the seminar on forest cover. Immediately before, not before, immediately before. That means plastic waste was immediately before forest cover. So plastic waste and forest cover should go hand in hand. and right now we have only one city there, that is Wednesday, Delhi, and nothing else is there. So what we'll do, we'll take an assumption. Let's say this is Bangalore. So there's no other way of going forward. We'll take an assumption, fill the table, and then see what is the answer. This is Bangalore. That means water pollution will go here because there's a 3-day gap between water pollution and Bangalore. So this is done. This is finished. Water pollution. This is Bangalore. It can't be forest cover because forest cover was in which place? Forest cover was in which city? In the Chennai. So forest cover was in Chennai. So that we know forest cover will be in Chennai. So Bangalore is there on Sunday, so it can't be forest cover. Forest cover and plastic waste should be on 2 consecutive days. No other option is there except taking them on Friday and Saturday. Okay. And if this is plastic waste and forest cover, this will be ocean pollution because ocean pollution had to be on one of these 2 days. So we have filled ocean pollution on Monday. Now where will be this soil contamination? Soil, can it be on Thursday or Tuesday? You can check that option. See, if Saturday is forest cover, then Saturday will definitely be Chennai, right? That this is not electronic waste. Already we have told that before to you, and this is not electronic waste. Why do we say that? This is not electronic waste because Ahmedabad was immediately before electronic waste. Now this is Chennai. This is not Ahmedabad. So this can't be electronic waste. So where is electronic waste? Where can it come? Can it come on Thursday or Tuesday? Electronic waste cannot be on Thursday, electronic waste cannot be on Sunday, so it must be on which day? Tuesday. So put there electronic waste. Now soil contamination must be before plastic waste and forest cover. The only one option is there, this option. So put there soil contamination. Soil contamination is in Goa, so we can put here Goa. First of all, this will be solid waste, there is the only option left. This will be solid waste. Ahmedabad is before electronic waste, so this gets filled. Soil contamination is Goa, so this gets filled. Only 2 options left, and we know that Mumbai was before Hyderabad. So this will be Mumbai, this will be Hyderabad. Fill the data here, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and your table is complete. How did you start? By taking an assumption that Bangalore is on the last date. Had you put Bangalore on Saturday, you would have got contradictions. Then you have to erase everything, come back and again put Bangalore on Sunday and get the answer. So you have to take cases, otherwise you cannot solve this question. That is why we also say this is a high difficulty question from tabulation. Amount of information is there, it's completely case based, so which is what makes it difficult. So we have done the analysis of the reasoning section, the different types of question, what was the difficulty level of the examination, what would have been a good score in the examination, and how should you develop a strategy. So go through the video again, understand the question, the new types of questions which I have discussed in this video session, analyze your paper once again, solve the question which you have not done in the previous time in your first attempt in the IBPS mock test 2, and make sure that you are familiar with every type of question that we have put there. So keep appearing in the mock tests. Mock tests are very important for you and they will help you prepare for your examination in the best possible way. So best of luck for your mock test and for your exam. Thank you for watching the video.